2023 is leaving a mark in the history of gaming with its outstanding new releases. Not a single month passed without an experience that was genuinely worth our collective time and attention, regardless of genre preferences or platform allegiances. Thanks to the advancements in technology since the launch of PS5 and Xbox Series X, we are witnessing the true potential of gaming. Let's dive in and discover the top 10 video games that captivated players in February 2023. 10. Diablo 4.
I'm not ready yet.
Kicking off the countdown at number 10, we have Diablo 4. Whether you're exploring its depths alone or fighting against the forces of darkness with friends, Diablo 4 is a hell of a time. It's a compulsive and familiar loop, one which works all too well within the expressive, persistent open world that developer Blizzard Entertainment crafted and has continued to evolve. Strong foundations were set at launch and have been smartly expanded upon in the months since, leading to this sense that Diablo 4 is always angling for some new way to draw out an intoxicating, impulsive drive for experimentation in all who dare to join the battle for Sanctuary's soul. If you aren't careful, Diablo 4 has the power to decimate your free time. 9. Dredge.
I have my lights on. I'm a foolish man. Oh man, it's late. Oh, I didn't realize how late it was. Oh no! What is that?
At number 9 is Dredge. Dredge is a single-player fishing adventure with a sinister undercurrent. You begin your adventure washed up on the shores of the Greater Marrow fishing village. A freak accident with some rocks has destroyed your boat beyond repair, but the local mayor supplies you with a new one. But in order to pay off this unexpected gift, you'll need to get out there again and make a living by catching and selling fish. Before you know it, you're thrust out onto the ocean, your tiny trawler roaming around the shallows. You'll eventually do everything you can to stay out for as long as possible, upgrading your boat with the proceeds of your catches to install more powerful engines and different kinds of rods, trawlers, and nets. There's a lot hiding within Dredge that's not immediately apparent. Research trees open up different ways to play, complex secrets and side quests, a display of beautiful, mind-bending artwork. Collectively, it all serves to transform what might have been a perfectly serviceable fishing game into a fascinating, ever-so-gently horrifying experience. 8. Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Next on our countdown at number 8 is Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Star Wars Jedi Survivor succeeds where so many sequels stumble. The last time Cal Kestis was placed within our control, the Padawan of a fallen order rose to Jedi Knight status, surviving an encounter with one of the most powerful Sith Lords in the galaxy. It would have been all too easy for developer Respawn Entertainment to have disentangled Cal's connection to the Force, leaving him vulnerable enough to spend half of a new adventure relearning his way around a lightsaber. Instead, Jedi Survivor simply ups the ante from the outset, forcing you to travel to more challenging terrains and contend with a higher density of enemies, pressuring you to deftly wield a powerful, ever-improving skill set with deadly efficiency and impressive acrobatics. The resulting experience is one of the finest Star Wars adventures of the modern era. 7. Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Climbing up to number 7 is Super Mario Bros. Wonder, that has emerged as one of the year's most innovative and refreshing games. Fueled by the titular Wonder Flowers, this side-scrolling Mario platformer is filled with surprises. Once discovered in a level, the Wonder Flowers completely change the gameplay, turning levels into a top-down maze, transforming characters, or even turning everything into a musical experience. It offers a refreshing attitude to multiplayer with options for both online and local play. This game is a delight to play, with plenty of creativity and humor squeezed into every animation, not to mention some of the most inventive and wide-reaching new power-ups to feature in a 2D Mario. 6. Resident Evil 4 Remake.
What the?
Taking our number 6 spot on this countdown is Resident Evil 4 Remake. There's no such thing as a perfect video game, but Resident Evil 4 came close in 2005. So much so that generations of players have believed that this survival horror was untouchable. Even after Capcom rendered such impressive returns to the Spencer Mansion and Raccoon City into reality. Perhaps that's why the Resident Evil 4 remake is such an achievement. An audacious prospect met with ambitious execution. A reimagining of one of the best games of all time that can sand down some rough edges without losing sight of the utterly outrageous scenario and narrative design that defined the original. It's silly, scary, campy, and corrosive. A brilliantly weighted action experience that never fails to surprise and delight. With Resident Evil 4, Capcom has unequivocally cemented its reputation as the master of the modern remake. Hey gamers, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more awesome content, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you're new here or haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. 5. Cocoon. Next up at number 5 we have Cocoon. Spend an hour with Cocoon, and you'll feel like the smartest player to pick up a gamepad. Run it through, and you will need help understanding how you reach the credits. Geometric Interactive does an excellent job of quietly teaching you esoteric solutions to exceptionally conceptual puzzles that you will only grasp at the absurdity or enormity of the actions you are instinctually undertaking once you've successfully completed them. Cocoon is a brilliant, ingeniously creative adventure where you are tasked with weaving different world states together to progress across an astoundingly beautiful biomechanical tapestry. It's one of the best puzzle games of the generation and a stunning debut. A team leveraging its past experience working on Limbo and Inside to deliver a truly unforgettable, dreamlike adventure. 4. Marvel's Spider-Man 2. On the 4th spot in this countdown is Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Even though expectations were perhaps never higher, developer Insomniac Games delivered this year with Marvel's Spider-Man 2, proving that there's still plenty to explore and address in the world of Spider-Man, even after the original and Miles Morales is no mean feat, especially with the wonder of swinging through Manhattan at top speed already being familiar territory. And yet, somehow, Spider-Man 2 manages to weave the personal, professional, and superhero lives of Miles and Peter together in a way that feels nostalgic to classic comic fans and a synthesis all its own. Kraven and Venom are by no means new characters, but the game makes them feel fresh and even menacing. 3. The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Taking our number 3 spot is The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Nintendo broke from the Zelda tradition in 2017 by transforming the series into a free-form open world. This change was so impactful that the entire industry is still catching up. It's appropriate that it took a half-decade and the full might of Nintendo's first-party development resources to finally improve on the modern classic. Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom is like Breath of the Wild, but it's better. That's because of Ultra Hand. Tears of the Kingdom's building mechanic is as intuitive as building with Lego and twice as efficient. This lets you quickly construct everything from simple bridges to flying saucers that can rain down terror on enemies from above. Where once you had to merely survive in that land, Tears of the Kingdom gives you the tools you need to conquer it. 2. Alan Wake 2. Moving on to number 2, we have Alan Wake 2, a spiral into darkness from Remedy Entertainment. The developer leveraging its most imaginative and idiosyncratic impulses to deliver a horror story unlike any other, a nightmare violently assaulting two interweaving realities. It's taken Remedy over a decade to write this sequel into our reality, and the resulting experience works hard to constantly defy expectations at every turn. The introduction of a second hero protagonist in Saga Anderson was an inspired creative choice. Her crawl through the wilds of Bright Falls offering countless opportunities for the heavy, horrifying combat and abstract personalities that occupy the world to shine. The decision to blend Alan Wake's descent through the dark place with live film and spectacularly rendered cinematics only propels this adventure to new heights. 1. Baldur's Gate 3. And finally, our number one is none other than Baldur's Gate 3. It's hard to pinpoint precisely what makes Baldur's Gate 3 so unique, but to some extent, that makes it unique. In its attempt to replicate the infinite imagination of Dungeons & Dragons, developer Larian Studios has pushed the concept of player freedom as far as possible, crafting a rewarding experience, even for those who push the critical path to its limits. But technical excellence can only take you so far, and a world you can manipulate means little if there's no incentive. Thankfully, Baldur's Gate 3 excels there too, with a world that begs you to explore, and characters that take you on their sprawling adventures, which twist and adapt as you test the edges of your story. From epic adventures and immersive RPGs to thrilling action games and thought-provoking narratives, each of these games has left an indelible mark on the gaming landscape and enriched the lives of players around the world. Which of these games are you planning to play? Share your thoughts with us, and remember to hit the like button in today's video. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll bring you even more exciting content. Thanks for watching.